Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is When Life Talk. We are here with another episode. We just want to dig a little deep and talk about the difference between a man forgiving and a woman forgiving. When the opposite commit adultery, cheat, infidelity, all that good stuff. When it comes to a relationship, so we want to kind of talk about it and dig right into it and see what people have, difference of opinions. Hey, Miss India, we don't know the difference of opinions. We want to know, some men might say that's not true. Well, let's see. So, I know, far as women, we are more empathetic when it comes to that situation. We look at the situation as a whole. I think with that topic, we kind of say, okay, we are like what Tyler Perry say. We outweigh the good with the bad. So we outweigh the good with the bad. We may enter counseling, and we do the work to make it work. Now, I'm assuming if it's some repetitive, then of course we may not be so quick to forgive. Like they say, a woman's heart is like a vault. Once you're in, you're in, but once you're out, you're out. So with this topic, I guess it could go. I guess it could go either way. But in a sense, I do sometimes feel like women are more open to apology. It could be it could be insecurities too, because some women may be feeling like, well, don't nobody else want me, so I guess I'll put up with it. Comfortability, being complacent, or they may even just be like, man, dating ain't what it used to be, or I've been so boggled down with this relationship for so many years. I don't know if I know how to date. It could be just the fear of starting over. All of that. But so you have a woman here and you have a male to the right of me on my screen, how I'm looking at it. So yeah, Mr. Mack is here today. He probably won't do too much, talking, but we're gonna get what we can from him. A lot of women have low self-esteem. Yes, low self-esteem could be the main or is one of the main, key points that women stay. Women stay, or they could feel like I say, they could feel like the dating ain't what it is no more. So I'm gonna sit in it for a while to see where it go. I weigh in the good with the bad.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know.
Oh yeah. This is gonna be good. If y'all wonder what's wrong with me, y'all remember a few months back I had a some dental work. I had to do some bone grafting. So now the membrane is pushing through my gums, so it's making my speech a little slurred. But I'm still good. Hey, but this is a great topic. I was laughing. I'll probably be doing a lot of laughing. From the male perspective, um, a lot of us can't stand that other, and knowing that somebody probably done been up in in that cookie box. So I think that creates a lot more mental gains for us. Like, dang, somebody that went up in my stuff, and it's that ego and it's that pride. But I'm gonna
Yeah,
sit back. I'm gonna sit back, but I crank up every now and then. Like I say, I'm good. Just the membrane is pushing through my gums, so I really can't do too much talking.
and Miss Joy said convenience as well. Yeah, it's a convenience because especially if that man is making more, bringing more to the household, you might feel susceptible to say, well, if I leave, how I'm gonna survive, or I may have to start from the bottom. So, like you said, convenience of comfortability, being just staying around because that's what they used to. That's what you know what I'm saying. So here goes summary. Here I was reading, did a little bit of research. Males and females view physical and emotional cheating differently. Women consider emotional affairs to be more serious, and men believe physical infidelity to be more serious genuinely. Researchers report if one partner feels their relationship is threatened by cheating, it is harder for them to forgive infidelity regardless of the gender.
Mm.
Hmm. That's all right there. That's something to think about. But I
Hey,
just
hey,
feel like
Run that back. Run that back one more time.
All right, let me go on. It says males and females view physical and emotional cheating differently. Women consider emotional affairs to be more serious, and men believe physical infidelity to be more serious genuinely. Researchers report if one partner feels their relationship is threatened by cheating, it is harder for them to forgive infidelity regardless of gender.
Mm.
So we want to do it like this, women, when we step out and we in a relationship and we step out, it's 9 times out of 10 because we missing something at home. And it could be necessary not missing. The husband may have been, or the boyfriend may have cheated. They may don't respect the relationship. You know what I'm saying? If the communication is gone, they walking around like they roommates. It's something. And I'm not saying every female, because some females just do what they want to do because they can do it. But but in a solid relationship, this could potentially happen if there's an absence of something. If there's no emotion attached to it, if there's no attention attached to it, if it's an outside man that's making her smile, that's telling her all the right things, but not only telling her, being consistent with those actions, a woman may potentially, entertain that situation or leave her original situation and go with that situation. But they do it on the strength. A woman acts off emotions. If a man cheat, and it's just my opinion, if a man cheat or do whatever he gonna do, he may say, like Joy say, convenient. It was convenient because I know my wife every move. I know she home and work. I know she don't track me. I know she don't. If I'm gone too long, I know she ain't like, where you at? Where you been? She ain't doing none of that. So it was convenient for me to step out and have this relationship. It was she was just a jump off. She ain't mean nothing to me. And that's just, like I say, that's just my opinion on the different types of why people step out and do what they do or whatever. But then when it comes to the forgiving part, like women, we gonna cut up. We gonna cut up on you. We may say what we gonna do and all that other stuff, but I don't know. Some women strong enough to just say on that first ground, that's a deal breaker for them. So maybe on that first time out the gate,
Mm-hmm.
they gone. They gone. Some might stick around. Some might stick around and be like, okay, well, we can work it out.
But before they step out there, where's the level of communication with their partner? Have they communicated that everybody have needs, everybody have wants, everybody have desires
Mm-hmm.
on both parties? So have that been communicated across party lines?
Right. You gotta have that communication before you ever had that desire to step out. Miss Brady said, liars and cheaters I can't do. Right, exactly. You gotta notice the red flags in the beginning, the first 3 months. Miss Joy said some women forgive just to get there, get back. Yeah. Yep, I forgive you. But guess
But
what?
but is that really forgiving?
Is it, or is it acting off of hurt?
Yeah, or you got in your mind like I'm finna get your ass back.
Hmm. It's probably a little bit of both. But some people, when they forgive too, it's like I forgive what I don't forget.
Hmm.
And so in that situation too, like you can have triggers. You know what I'm saying? Male or female, you can have triggers. So and it's gonna bring back that feeling as if it was that same day. Joy said, nope, it's acting off of hurting emotions. Yeah, hurting emotions. Oh, this what we doing? This what game we playing? All right, I can show you better than I could tell you. And it's the fact, and it could be, okay, I'm gonna get my get back, but you ain't gonna know I got my get back. It could be a get back, and then that partner don't never know it's a get back. Or it can be a get back, and I hear you go, I'm gonna do it in your face because I want to see you hurt as much as I hurt. Hurt people, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Then,
yeah, it's
mm.
take your time, brother. Take your time, like the church say.
No, it's a double-edged sword when you really think
Mhm.
about
Mhm.
it. Either side of the spectrum. But like you say, I'm a male. I'm from and some may not agree with me, but it's been said women are, like you say, women are emotionally attached. Now you got some who go out there and bust it open for a lime margarita like it ain't nothing. That's just what they do. But if you were a person and whatever, step out on each other and you come back as one, whichever party can't keep washing that person's face with a dirty rag.
Yeah, if you're gonna forgive, you have to forgive and let it go. Miss India says it's always gonna be in your mind and cause more trust issues in the future. Yep. And Joy says, speak your peace.
I
Speak
really can't.
your peace.
I can't. I, next week I'll be right, boy. I got, like I say, I really can't say too much, but no, it's a good topic because this is a topic that a lot that males and females run from. Um,
Yeah.
and like we say, y'all know this when life talks, so we just gonna keep it real. Uh, just like I said in the opening segment, I just think that females are more forgiving, and I'm coming from a male perspective, but we look at it with our head gets in the game like she gave, and you may not ever know who the person is, but somebody else entered what you known was yours.
And then it's not always the sexual aspect of it either, because you can entertain something and never take it to that next level.
That's true.
Yeah. So it just goes to, I guess it's just the fact that she's somebody else making her smile, or somebody else making him smile. You know what I'm saying?
And then
So it
both
said,
parties,
go ahead.
no, both parties should be able to sense it before it even get there. And I think that goes back to knowing your partner, understanding your partner.
But not always the case if you are not checking for them, because a
Mm-hmm.
person can be doing, you know what I'm saying, and you like, dang, when they had a time to do that, or they still was keeping up with how they would treat you. You know what I'm saying? So it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
they, but they just so good at, okay, I'm gonna make sure she good at the house, or I'm gonna make sure he good at the house, woo. But then I'm gonna dip off over here.
Mm-hmm.
So it could just be that too. So like they say, however, men and women look at different types of infidelity different. Men usually regard physical infidelity when the partner has sex with another person more seriously than women do. Women regard emotional infidelity when the partner initiates a close friendship relationship with another person as more serious. Despite experiencing the different types of infidelity differently, men and women are about equally willing to forgive their partner, and the new findings show that the degree of forgiveness is not related to the type of infidelity. Yeah, that's something different right there. Joy said, "Man can't take the same hurt as a woman. It's harder for them." I agree with that statement, Joy.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that statement. Like they can dish it all day, but when that karma come back around and it's thrown in their face, then it's like, hold up now. You gonna do this to me? This the game we gonna play? They don't know how to take it because they already know. Then they probably start to feel like, okay, well, where did I go wrong? What did I mess up? But I know that's how our mind as women is like, man, what is it did I do something? Like, where was the lack of communication? Then when you get back together, now you trying to pull all the problems from up under the rug when you shouldn't have been doing it all alone. All right, okay, well, this was the situation and this why I did this, or you know what I'm saying? So it can, oh my God, it can go in so many different directions, but I guess the gist of it is I don't feel like we go hand in hand when it comes into the forgiving aspect. Joy says exactly. We start questioning what really happened. Yeah, it's like our mind go haywire. It goes haywire. And we all. I ain't gonna say. I guess we got. I won't say we all, but some of us has experienced. That whether dating in high school, dating in adulthood, dating and in any type of aspect, I have like me coming up in some relationships coming up. I've experienced that. So I say in my younger years, I would say I had more tough skin.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be like, oh, you did what? Okay. Either I shoot the deuces or, Lord. One time I'll tell a story. One time I was in the military. Situation happened. My ex-husband, was had an affair, doing what he do. And so I had, I was at that age. I was in my early 20s, so don't charge it to me now. I was like, okay, this is the game we want to play. I was the get back, but I was so bold with it. I had both of them and sitting in each other's face, and I didn't care that he knew. I was like, you want to, like I say, hurt people, hurt people. Well, when Fred found out, he was like, "Oh, you crazy." Yeah. See him at the club, we were cut up. But like I say, that was when I was in my 20s. Petty. I was petty. Hurt people, hurt people. Oh, this is the game you want to play? Let me show you. We both can play this game. But then it's like as you get older, more wiser, you like, nah, okay. Either we go fix it with counseling, we gonna fix it with communication, we gonna fix it with, whatever it takes to gain that person's, for you to gain that person's trust back, or we gonna let it go because it's something that he or she is not getting in the relationship. That's play on player. Okay, yeah, I was horrible. I was what, 21? I married at 21 when I went into the military. So I was about 22, 23. And we both was playing games. But we beyond that point now. He's gone on in a relationship, but it's crazy because he came back and gave his apologies and all that good stuff. And as he got older, I said, man, I appreciate it. I forgive you. I said, but I don't hold that against you now. Cause I feel like we was young. I feel like we was even too young to shouldn't even got married. We was too young to even get married. So in that aspect, I was like, later on down the road, I was like, appreciate it. Yeah. But man, I mean, this is a good one right here because I don't know. I couldn't even tell you, like, when you forgiving somebody, it's almost like you grieve when somebody cheats on you, somebody hurts you. It's almost like you're going through the stages of grieving. You go through so many emotions.
Mm-hmm.
You hurt, your heart hurting, you emotional. You just on this roller coaster. You don't know if you want to forgive them, then you don't want to, then you don't want to forgive them. It could be a moment where, okay, everything on this right track, but like I said, sometimes it could be triggers, and those triggers can be like, No, he might have cheated, but he might be talking to a homegirl that's really a homegirl. You flip out,
Hmm?
or vice versa. Now you're trying to hold the rope tight, and that'll mess it up too. Cause now you so locked in or insecure. Your insecurities have kicked in, so now you're trying to hold the rope tight, which and then turn like, nah, don't do this, cause now this gonna mess up the relationship. It's gonna mess up the marriage. Because now you kind of keep me on the leash. Now you want to know what I'm doing, what I'm doing. No, if we're going to build that trust, of course, initially, I'm going to say, this is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my way home. You're going to get that courtesy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you was in the doghouse and you trying to rebuild, what you messed up on. So, I don't know. Let's see. I got some more I've been doing my little research on this topic. I like to research. I like to pull some key points. So, infidelity is a relatively common occurrence estimated to occur in 20 to 25% of marriages and close to 75% of dating relationships. The cheated on partner can experience various mental health symptoms, including post traumatic stress disorder and depression. The main reasons people forgive infidelity are a reduced likelihood of future cheating, independency, children, and one's own infidelity. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh, I stayed because the kids. Yeah, I stayed because the kids. Or you know what? I cheated, but he don't know about it. So we
Mm.
eat, we even. We good. He ain't gonna never know, but we even. You know what I'm saying? Type situation. But I wonder in the man mind, is he like, dang, she didn't forgave me too easy. But like, what's up?
Oh, absolutely. Our mind gonna play tricks on us for a while.
Mm-hmm. And most
Ex-
definitely we.
Especially if your dirt been exposed or come to light. And like you said, she's understanding, okay, we gonna work past this. Um, and you're not in the doghouse forever. Oh yeah, your mind gonna be wondering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It's gonna wonder because it's gonna be like, okay, he or she done this before? Like, cause I got away with this. You know what I'm saying? Too quick. Like if he or she done it before, or you know what I'm saying? It's like I say, man, your mind take you through so much. Like they said, post traumatic stress disorder. Yeah, do I have to wonder is this person gonna do it again? Or am I walking on pins and needles in this relationship? Man, some people it could drive them crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they say, true unconditional love is difficult to fathom. It is. It's difficult. And what's it? Social constraints and lifestyle compromises. Yeah, because you gotta think women tend to nurture their partners and their children. So if I'm nurturing you as I nurture my children, or I'm pouring into you,
Mm-hmm.
then that's a lot. I done gave you a lot out of my, especially if you got years in. So let's think of it as Rashida and Frost. He stepped out, he done cheated, had the baby. Initially, her reaction, he was outside the house, whatever. I don't know if they did counseling. I can't remember because I've seen it on the show. I can't remember if they did counseling. But he started to, initially give her space she needed.
Mm-hmm.
Took cussing out, took the, whatever. Had to sit and see her hurt and cry. Eventually he began to come around, start gifting her, showing her stuff that was that showed her that the relationship was worth savaging. And I think that's what she did. She outweighed the good with the bad. They have so many businesses together. They have created this whole lifestyle together with their kids and with their businesses. And this with their overall I guess you could say Frost franchise, they overall celebrity platform or whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, she had to. She didn't have to, but she made the conscious decision to say, well, we're gonna work it out
Mm-hmm.
because it's too much. If we go into a courtroom, it's too much to separate. It's too much to decipher. So it's almost cheaper to keep them.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some of these celebrities. Um, I think hell, Kenya Moore divorce still going on. It's been over what 2-3 years. So it's like I guess all that comes into play when you say, I'm gonna forgive somebody. We didn't build this whole life, and it's almost like I didn't warmed up. I didn't warm them up for somebody else to come in and reap off of what I didn't build. I didn't help build. Or do you have those low self esteem women who say, you know what, I'm gonna sweep it under the rug. I'm gonna give you this one. I'm gonna swallow this hurt. But it's like, how many times you gonna swallow the hurt? Because sometimes you get the habitual offenders.
Mm. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, what point? At one point, society and approval before righteous anger. Tradition, family, religion, society, and one's own conditioning to what's right and wrong keeps even the most tortured woman in the habit of forgiving a cheating husband. Mm, that can be
Mm.
true. Traditions relate family, religion. That can be true. Oh, well, in my religion or my tradition states that I have to stay married to the man, or this arranged marriage. So I have to accept what comes with it. So you have all those aspects when it comes into people making decisions. It says career women choose to forgive too. When your priorities align with your significant other, then his infidelities seem trivial. You would rather stick with an imperfect spouse, end up forgiving a cheating husband, than cast a new one. After repeated failed relationships, people just choose to stay comfortable. Like I say, they feel like, oh, okay, well, the dating scene ain't what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'ma just stay where I'm at. That's called comfortable, complacent,
Yeah.
fear.
Mm-hmm.
Keep you where you don't want to be. Oh, I can't leave because I'm in a comfortable space. We got our home, we got our kids. I ain't making that much money. Rent then went up. Fear.
Well, yeah, I think, like you say, it's a lot of choices that have to be made in that situation.
Hmm.
A
It
lot,
is. It has to be made.
because, like you say, it's easy to just walk away. But what are
Hmm.
you walking from? I think that makes a lot of people sit back and think.
Yeah, you have to. Like you said, what are you walking away from? Are you walking away from a person who potentially just made a mistake? If you want to call it a mistake, are you walking away from your life as you known it?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing in that matter?
And if
And
y'all
it's
out there, y'all out there tap in, let us know what y'all thinking about.
yeah. Well, we have come up on that half-hour mark. When Life Talk, we are on here having just candid conversations, talking about how forgiving women are when it comes to a spouse, a boyfriend, or whomever cheated, and vice versa. How women, basically, how women can be forgiven quicker than the man can in that situation. I think it play like you say. I think it plays a mental game when it comes to the men. It's
Mm-hmm.
like nah, you didn't knock down my territory. Like, how can I come back from that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, something I thought was so sacred to me,
Mm-hmm.
you you was able to get up in there. So it's like I said, I used to be around this pimp called Scope Bubble, God rest his soul. When I used to go to the comedy shows, and he always say, he was a pimp out of Chicago. He always say, if you look, you took.
Mm.
If you look, you took. And so he said he got a lot of women that could be belonging to other pimps on the street. But if he come through, he clean, sharp. His women clean, sharp, clean, fire, whatever besides what they do. He say, okay, they probably say, oh no, well, he got something going. Okay. He say, you look, you took.
Mm.
But they say, if a man can make you smile, you're going to be there for a while.
Hey.
I'm just over here joking, but for real, we just, talking about it. Y'all could have been doing anything else today, but y'all rocking it out with us. We appreciate it. We just on here having a good conversation because, that is a good topic. And, I wanted to know. I really wanted to know. So, of course, I do a little bit of research. Got my laptop up now, and just trying to go through and seeing what other people, opinions are. So this will say our women are more forgiving of infidelity because society has brought them up to expect it.
Mm.
That's a good one.
Mm.
Has the society poisoned our mind to think that in every relationship we get into, be prepared for the worst. Be prepared for the cheating. Be prepared for anything crazy that might come with it. Has society did that?
I think if you fall on that philosophy, you already lost when you jump into a relationship.
Yeah.
Because you're going into it with your defense mechanisms up. So
Yeah.
you going into that looking at like, you know what? He or she already gonna do something wrong. So let me go ahead and prepare myself. Instead of
Right.
getting that person to clean slate.
Right. You already done built that wall.
Mm-hmm. And
And
your mind,
you know,
mind and your heart already filled with distrust.
mm-hmm. Yep, it's already there. And then nobody got time to be breaking down no walls. They
Mm-hmm.
don't. So it's like, you have to go into a relationship with an open mind and trust. So I hope society hasn't, tainted our communities to feel like, okay, this is what it's gonna be when you get in a relationship. Yeah, we're
And
gonna have some ups and downs. Everybody is human.
I've always said everybody is different, male or female. Everybody has a choice to write their own chapter in that book. So
Mm-hmm.
if that last book you read wasn't no good, the new book you reading, you have to go into that with an open mindset to understand, to learn that, to comprehend it before you make judgment. And I think
Yep.
people, regardless if they want to admit it or not, they let past transgressions from their previous relationships carry over into their new relationships.
Yeah, that they do. Miss India said the red flags, the toxic, the open relationship, the poly situation. Yes, you are surely right because I say 3 months into dating somebody, or you might be able to tell right off the bat because some people tell on themselves soon as they mouth open.
Mm-hmm.
So if you those red flags, of course, run. Run. Like don't stay around and see what it's gonna be like. And then you got the toxic ones. You got, like she said, the open relationships, the poly. Yeah, that brings on a whole lot of confusion and chaos. Just gotta meet someone on the same page as yourself. Yeah, you have to. But that all goes back to having that communication. Got to be able to communicate and say, "Hey, this is." I always say, if you do a check in, and that's not to say that it's 100% gonna work or whatever, but if you do a check in of in your relationship, you have that communication, and you say, okay, to your partner, every quarter. Let's just say every quarter. What can I do? What can I do to continue to, make our relationship, make you happy, or make our relationship happy? Well, really, you can't make a person happy, because happiness comes from within. But
Mm-hmm.
what can I, as your partner, to help, continue to build this relationship, this marriage? How can it continue to run smooth? Yeah, we may have some bumps in the road, but if we continue to not only self-evaluate, but come together and evaluate the relationship, then I think it can be built on stronger bricks.
And
Yeah.
understand when you hit those roadblocks, it's not a life defining moment. I think that's when folks start to, oh well, I'm gonna question this and question that. No, I don't think no relationship on God's green earth is perfect. But like you say, checking in with your partner, checking in with your spouse, checking in with your mate. You know what I'm saying? Just having an open conversation, getting away from everything. I know a point that was made a few seconds ago. I think social media plays a real key part into that now. Stop listening to all that outside noise. Have that conversation between two individuals and see where it goes.
Yeah, you have to, and you have to be adults when it comes to that too. Because if everybody like attacking each other and yelling, then nobody's listening. Nobody's being heard too in that situation. So I think that if you would be mature in the situation, you come together and just say, "Hey, this is what happened. This is what it was," and everybody just listen to hear each other, not listening to respond. And I think it could come out, differently, because now we sit here gaining the understanding. We sit here being able to communicate and talk about it. Miss India said, "Keep the spark going. Trips, dates, sex, sex, sex." Yes, gotta keep it the same way. Whatever you or him did to get each other, you gotta continue that same thing throughout the relationship. Because if you start off cooking cooking the man good meals and doing all stuff, and then 3 months in, now you done get comfortable. Now you don't want to cook no more. You telling him to go to McDonald's or Wendy's. Then what? And far as the man, if you taking her on dates, taking her out, y'all traveling, keep that same energy. But it may come a time that person may say, "Well, you know what? In the beginning, I had this good job, so I was able to do that. My
Mm-hmm.
income changed." So then
Mm-hmm.
you got to be understanding. Improvise. Learn how to improvise. Okay, babe, I get it. I understand. But guess what? We gonna do us a picnic. We gonna make us a couple of sandwiches, grab a chip, drink, throw a blanket down, have a picnic at the park. Here, have a picnic in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Have a game. It's called improvising.
So absolutely. So Miss Brady, looking back at your comment, keep the spark going. What is your definition for you, Miss Brady, as keeping the spark going? Now we already know what the last 3 years. That's morning, noon, and night. So we got that.
Mm-hmm. Probably keeping a spark game. Probably in the sense of saying knowing each other love language and using that throughout the relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's a form of keeping the spark going. You gotta know each other's love language. Cause it's gonna come times where you ain't gonna go on trips. It's gonna come time. Yeah, you could have date night every weekend or every other weekend. But what you doing on the downtime? Their love language could be, like she said, sex, physical touch. You gotta keep that going. That love language could be validation. Hey, you look good today. You look nice. How was your day at work?
Mm-hmm.
Man, just having conversations. Me, I love deep conversations. I like to talk. I want you to think. Miss Bray, well, I never had a long term man, and I'm single. I'm single. Mm. The spark will be paying attention to each other, going out your way to make the other feel special and wanted. I agree. You gotta keep the spark on. You gotta make the, like I said, the love languages. Knowing your partner love language and keeping it up. Miss Bryce, you gonna have somebody soon. You forgot Max said he gonna hook you up. I remember.
Yeah, I just need to get her profile. I'm gonna hook her right. I'm gonna hook her right on up.
Yeah, so it says blame and infidelity. Another aspect plays a role in cases of emotional infidelity where no sex has taken place. To what extent can that unfaithful partner be blamed for what happened? The degree of blame attributed to the partner was linked to the willingness to forgive. The relationship is at greater risk if the partner is required to bear a big part of the responsibility for ending up in an intimate relationship with someone else.
Mm.
Is that person really to blame that stepped out? I mean, I guess accountability. You got to take accountability at some point, even if your relationship was in a down spiral. You still chose to, step out instead of, like you said, instead of having that communication. Okay, yep. She said matchmaker episode coming soon. Oh, that will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we got to figure out how we can do that. Just have people pop on, send a link and have people pop on and be on there for like 2.5 seconds, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and see. And then it's like a yay and nay. If you feel like that person don't make it, then we can go on to the next. Brandon, that's a good one. We might have to get on the background and see how we can make that happen. But yes, man, the playing the blame game. How that is this? Yeah. Some people would say the cheater could completely say, "Well, you made me do it because you wasn't giving me none."
Mm. We
Mm.
hit we hit that a lot.
Yeah, so that's a form of what? Gaslighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Making the other person be the blame for your discretions. That's crazy. But then that makes the other person feel bad because they were like, "Well, dang, is it really? That really what it was? That really what it is? Crazy, crazy."
But
I
that's why when we first started this, it was one of our first episodes was about the art of communication. You got to be able to talk to your partner. You got to be able to express what you feeling before you even get that urge to even entertain.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, man, that's like I said, it's so deep. I wish my brother could have got on here. He's at work today, but he surely wants to get on here because he had a different, aspect, a different outlook on it. So I love to have a good debate.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what other people think because I believe he feel like men may forgive quicker, but that's for another day. But like I say, man, I just feel like women forgive quicker. I feel like we being emotional, us being neutral and emotional. We after we get past the hurt and the pain, I think we start to like I say, outweigh the good with the bad. Listen to every aspect of it. Will this happen again? Was it because we gonna want to know the details?
Mm-hmm.
Will this happen again? Was this just a fling? But and then too, since I say when men do that, they don't realize when a woman mess with you, like you say, we have emotions. So if the woman is coming back telling the wife, guess what? She's emotionally attached. Her feelings is hurt, so she finna put it out there. So am I gonna have to keep dealing with this person? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to go in. It's a lot to go into it. It's a lot to go into it. It's crazy. I know y'all see me moving on through the house, mother duties, mother duties, school activities. But yeah, we want to get on here. We want to talk about it because I think it's a good conversation. I think it's a great conversation.
Oh yeah. But yeah, man, we sitting back, like I say, very deep conversation, a lot of knowledge going back and forth, a lot of thoughts that go into this. Uh, Chris got to move around, so we may end the show. But we'll be back next week. Uh, hopefully, I'm gonna call it the regular mouth of mine, be right, so I can really cut up. But man, we
Right.
appreciate y'all for jumping on, man. Like I say, it's a lot more when you dig into this conversation, to this topic. And don't worry, we'll have a part 2 to it because we want to get everybody's perspective.
Most definitely we do. Yes, Miss Casey. Thank you for always jumping on and rocking out with us. I surely appreciate you. Man, y'all could have been doing anything else, but y'all rocking it with us every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. I promise we do. We enjoy the participation. We enjoy the opinions. We enjoy all that. So I gotta continue to rock out with us. We love y'all. Love you, Miss India.
All right,
And
salute.
this Wood Life Talk. We out.
And we'll catch you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, same bat KU.
Yes, sir.